हेलो फ्रेंड्स, माय नेम इज पंकज गोयल एंड आज की वीडियो में हम देखेंगे हाउ वी कैन क्रिएट एन इंटरेक्टिव डैशबोर्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम पिवट टेबल एंड पिवट चार्ट्स। सो अगर मैं अपने डैशबोर्ड की बात करूं, सब दिस इज अ सेल्स रिपोर्ट बेस्ड ऑन सम डेटा। सो लाइक आई हैव टू चेक द सेल्स रिपोर्ट फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर ईयर. So what I'll do, I'll just click on the year and my data would be modified based on that particular year only. Similarly, अगर मुझे किसी particular store के बारे में देखना है, suppose I click on California, the whole dashboard would be modified based on the California state only. Now, if I go to my data, so this is my data which contains some order ID, customer age, store state, product category. Then we have sales and all. Now, if I talk about the quantity of my data, I have like almost 2 lakh rows of data. So अगर इसको हम manually analyze करें तो it could be a very challenging task. So what we are going to do, we are going to analyze this data with the help of pivot tables and pivot charts and finally create a dashboard which something looks like this. So let's begin into creation of this dashboard. So this is the original data which I have. एक बार देख लेते हैं हमारे डेटा में क्या क्या है. We have order ID, then date, customer age, store country, store state, product category. Then we have some subcategory, then the quantity sold, unit cost, unit price, and total cost, and then we have sales. So अगर हम बात करें customer age की, so customer age basically we have some numbers, but these number doesn't make any sense. So what we can do, we can just create a customer age category. So हम क्या करेंगे, हर एक customer age को कुछ category में distinguish कर देंगे. So what I can do, I will create a new header here which is called customer age category. Okay, so now what I have to do, let's define some category for the customer age. अब मुझे क्या करना है कि भाई अगर my customer is up to 30 years, then we can call them like teenagers. If they are between 30 to 60, we can call them adults, and if they are greater than 60, then we can call them senior citizens. So what I can do here, I can use an if formula. So I'll use equal to if, then press tab to start the bracket. Now, first of all, I have to give the logical test. So my logical test would be if this cell C2 is greater than equal to what, 60. If this condition is true, what would be my value of true? This would be senior. So I'll write senior here, bracket close, double quotes close, and again a comma. Now, what is my second condition? My second condition is that if the age is not greater than 60 years, then we have two categories left, either adult or teenagers. So now I'll give my second if here. Now my condition would be if this cell is greater than or equal to 30, then what we would have adults. If this condition is also false, then we are left with teenagers only. So I'm writing teenager here and double bracket close. Just double click here to fill up to the last filled cell. So we can see कि हमारी पूरी शीट जो है वो भर चुकी है. इसके बाद हम क्या कर सकते हैं, I have this date. What I can do, I can extract month and year from this date. So I'll just insert a column here. So click on the header, right click, and you can click insert. I'll add one more column. So this is for year. Sorry. And यहाँ पे हम लिख देंगे अपने months. Now for year, I have this formula equal to year. Just give the serial number, this date, and press enter. So now you can see this is coming out to be some kind of date only. What you have to do, go to the home tab and change the format from date to general. Now you can see. Similarly for month, we have formula month. And in serial number, you have to just give the cell reference and press OK. Again, for this also, I'll have to change this to general. So this is my month. What I'm going to do, select these both cells and press on the bottom right corner to fill up to the last filled cell. So this might take some time depending on your version of Excel and the quantity of data you have. So I can see my years are filled, my months are filled, and I have customer age group as well, age category as well. So what I'm going to do, I'll convert this range into a table. So press Ctrl A to select the data and then press Ctrl T. Now this is my range and it would ask for if your table has any headers. So my table has headers which is order ID, customer age, etc. So I'll keep check on this and press OK. Again, it may take some time depending on the quantity of data you have in your table. So by going to design tab, you can actually change the layout of your table. So I'll keep it just to normal. So this is the table we have created. Also, I can give my table a name. So let it be dataset. Now we have modified our data. It's time to get into the pivot table. So pivot table बनाने के लिए हमें क्या करना है? We'll go to insert and here we can see an option pivot table. Now here we can see multiple options from table or range, from some external data source or from Power BI. So in this case, we have created a table. So we'll click on the first option. Now a new pop-up box will appear, which would ask for the table or range you want to create pivot table of. So you can see it's already stating our data set because we have given this name. So Excel automatically picked up the data set as the input range. Now we want to create this pivot table on new worksheet. So let this radio button be OK and click on OK. Now a new worksheet would be created which contains this pivot table. So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं लेफ्ट साइड में हमारी एक pivot table create हो गई है and right side में we have some fields. Now in the first part we have some categories from the data set. These are basically the headers from the data set. And in the right side we have 4 quadrants. अब किसी के सिस्टम में ये थोड़ी अलग हो सकती है like this. और अगर हमारे पास यहाँ पर multiple data है like we have some too much data, I have to scroll down. What I can do, I can just change the layout from here. So I rather like this one. Now we have 4 quadrants: filters, rows, columns, values. So values, as the name suggests, take only numerical value. So what we can do, like I want to calculate the total sales. What I'll do, just drop the sales to the values quadrant. Now you can see this is the total of my sales, 583450,279. Now if I go to data tab to verify this thing, so we have sales in the last column or the second last. So this was our sales. Now if I select the whole column and check the sum, so you can verify it's the same amount, 583450,279. So this is how a pivot table looks. Now I want to categorize this sale based on some properties. Like I want to categorize based on the product category. So अब मैं क्या करूँगा, product category को rows में ले जाऊँगा. Now you can see my sales has been distinguished based on the product category. Similarly, if I take this product category into columns, the header would be in columns now. So in this way, you can play with this pivot table. So if I have to remove the category, I'll just drop from the column. Now we have a fair idea of what a pivot table looks like. So now let's begin to creation of the dashboard. But before that, I have created this draft, which basically tells me how my dashboard would look like. So here I have one cluster chart, which tells me sales by product category. Then I have a pie chart, which gives me the sales by country. Then we have a slicer here, which basically let us to select a particular state or multiple states, on the basis of which I can filter out my sales. Then we have top products by sales amount, which is a kind of a table. Then we have sales by customer age group displayed in a bar chart. Then here we have 2 slicers, or basically 2 timelines, I can say. One basically let me to select a particular year, and the second is for quarters. And lastly, we have this sales by month, which is a line chart. So it's time to create the first table. What I'll do, let's go to back to the draft. I have to create this bar chart. So what I can do, I can just drop the sales into value field and product category into the row field. So this is my pivot table. Now just click anywhere on the pivot table, go to pivot table analyze tab or analyze tab in previous version you can see, and here you can see an option of pivot chart. So from here, I'll just click on the column chart and this chart looks good. Press OK. So this is my first pivot chart has been created. Now let me make some modification in this chart. So these buttons are the pivot table field buttons. So right click here and just click hide all field buttons on chart. Also, I don't need this legend and the chart title. Also, let me disable the grid lines. So this is how my chart would look. Now I want to add the data labels. So just click on the plus button here and check the data label option. Here you can see the data labels. Now let me make some modification to the area of the chart. So right click on the chart and click format chart area. Now I prefer to have no line and no fill here. So what this basically makes my chart transparent. Also, since I have the data labels mentioned on the bar, I don't want this axis. So what I can do, I'll just click on this axis, right click and go to format axis. Under format axis, you can see 4 options. Under labels, you can change next to axis to none so that this axis disappears. Also for the x-axis, I can make some modifications like I can just enable the tick mark outside. So this basically give me some marking on the outside of the line. This is not visible right now. Let me make the color darker. So I'll just go to this fill and line icon. Under line, I'll select the solid line and then change the color to black. So now you can see that line has been made darker. Also for the text, let me make the text in black color. Data labels too. Yeah, this looks good. Now I can see that my chart area is very less or the thickness of the bar is very less. What I can do, just click on any bar, right click and open format data series. Here you will see the option of gap width. Just reduce the gap width and you will notice the changes in the chart. So this looks good. Let me change the color to this one. Yeah. Now one of the problem is that this number doesn't look very good. So rather I would like to change this into million. So what I can do, just click on the data label, go to this plus option, data label. Here you can see more options. So this box would appear. Now here under numbers, what you can do, you can just change this to custom code and you can write one code here. We need to convert these values into millions. So we have to give our customized code here. So that would be hash dot hash double colon, sorry, double comma, space, double quotes, and I can write mn. So what I have written hash dot hash. So basically this will give me value in one decimal place. Like for this, I'll get 39.9 and then with the space, I'll got million. So let me add this to my format code and here you can see my values had been changed to million. So this looks more readable now. So my first chart is ready. Now let's see what we have next. Now we have sales by country. So let me give this sheet a name of calculation. So we are doing all our calculations here. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy this table and paste it here. I'll close this. Now instead of product category, I want store country. So I'll just drop out the product category from rows and put in store country here. Again, I'll click anywhere on this table, go to pivot table analyze and pivot chart. Now I'll create a pie chart for this. So let's create this one. Press on OK. Again, I'll make the same formatting, right click and hide all field buttons on chart. Then I don't want legend. Also, I don't want the table title, sorry, chart title. Right click and go to format chart area and no fill, no line to make the chart transparent. Now what I want some data label. So I'll just click on the data label. Now again, you can see the numbers are in original format only. So I'll go to data label and then more options. It hasn't been enabled yet. Yeah. So what I can do, I can include the category name. Let me select all the data labels here. Yeah. So I can include the category name, and same under the number format. What I can do, I can change this to custom and select the format which I have applied in the previous step. So in this way, I can change my number formatting to million. Now this 91.9 and MN are in separate lines. So what I can do, under this label option, I can, instead of separate, can give this a new line. So the numbers would be in new line now. And again, formatting is up to you. However you want to format it, you can do it. So this is my pie chart and it's ready. Looks good. Yeah. Now moving on to next, we have this store state, which is a slicer. So what I'll do, under the calculation tab, I'll just enable one pivot table. So I click on this table and pivot table field has been disabled. So go to pivot table analyze and click on field list. So the pivot table field is enabled now. Now what I want to do, I want to create the slicer for the store state. So here is my store state. Just right click here and add a slicer. Now you can see the slicer has been created. Now you can modify the slicer based on your opinion. Like click on the slicer here and I'll change this to 2 columns. Also, you can change the colorings from here. Whatever the format you feel like, you can modify it in your own way. So our slicer is ready. Next we have, leave it for the last, we have this sales by customer age group. So what I can do, I can again create one more table. So I'll just copy same table and paste it here. So now I want to create the pivot table based on the customer age group. So I'll select customer age group in rows. So this is my table. Again, I'll create one chart for this. Go to pivot chart and let's take the bar chart this time. So this is my bar chart. Again, I'll just hide the field buttons, remove the title and legend, also remove the grid lines and remove this axis as well. So under label, you can select none. But I want the data labels. So click on the data label and you can go to more options. Now under number, you can again change the formatting to our customized format to this million. Now I can make this line darker by going to fill area, solid line and making the line black. And in format axis option under tick marks, what I can do, I can change this major type to outside. So I get this tick marks. Also, I'll make this no fill and no line. So this looks good. Yeah, also I can make the bar thicker by just right click here, format data series and decrease the width gap width here. So this is good. Just a bit more formatting and chart is ready. Yeah. Let me close this. So we have created our 3 charts and 1 slicer. This data, if you by chance click on this data sheet, it would get a bit of hang because this contains too much data. So now the last chart we have is sales by month, which is a line chart. So I'll create one more table here, copy this and paste this. So this time I'm going to create a bar chart, line chart for the months. So what I can do, I can just drop the months in rows. Yeah, this is okay. But we have a problem here. Our months are in number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What actually I want them into be alphabet like January, February, March, April, and December. So I'll have to make some changes in my data. So let me go back to data tab. And here I have my months in the second or rather D column. So what I can do instead of using months formula, what I'll use equal to text bracket start. In the value, you will give this date B2, comma, and for format text, I'll write it like this, double quotes, MMMM, double quotes close, and bracket close. Now, what this is going to do, this is going to convert the text into the format which I have given, which is MMMM. 4 times M basically stands for the full month here. Similarly, if you have to execute the day here, you can write DDDD. So it will give you the week of the day like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and etc. So our task is done here with the months. Now let's get back to the calculation sheet. And we'll need to refresh this. So right click here and click on refresh. Yeah. So months has been changed to January, February, and December. So we need to create one line chart here. So I'll just click on this table, go to pivot table, analyze, pivot chart, and now I can select the line chart. I'll take the one with markers. So this is my line chart. Again, I'll make the same formatting, remove the hide field buttons. I'll remove the title and the legend. Let me close this. Let me make a bit more wider so that my months are in horizontal line. So this chart looks good. I'll make the same formatting of no fill and no line. Yeah. Instead, what I can do, this January, February full name doesn't looks like it would fit in my small chart. So what I can do, I can again make some change to my data. So I'll go to data tab. Now instead of 4M, I'll just write 3M and press OK or enter. Now again, I'll go to calculation sheet and refresh my data. Yeah, so this looks more compatible now. So our bar line chart is also ready. Now next we have some timelines. The first is for year and the second is for quarter. And then we have this table which basically tells us top products by sales amount. So let me first shift that data. So I'll just create a new worksheet named dashboard. Go to view tab and just disable the grid lines. Also what I can do, I'll just zoom out my sheet and anywhere here I'll click on any cell in the top right and bottom side, go to view and then go to freeze panes and freeze the panes. Now if I go back to 100% view, now you can see that my this particular area has been freezed. Now if I scroll down or left doesn't matter. So what I have done, I have just freezed my screen for the dashboard. So if by mistake I scroll down or move to the right, my dashboard doesn't disappear. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shift these charts to the dashboard sheet. So I'll click on this 1, 2, 3, and 4 charts and that slicer also. So just copy, go to dashboard and paste. So I'll just make a bit of arrangement here. This is my first chart. This is the second chart. Then we have our slicer. Let me this a bit more smaller. So I can have my heading here. I'll just merge these cells and write sales report here. This is my customer category chart, which I can place here. And this is my month chart. Similarly, I can make the changes in data label here also. So I'll change this to millions and I'll select the custom and the million format here. So this looks good. This doesn't has any zero, so I'll just keep zero here and add this one. Yeah, this looks good. Now, if I click on the any button like Alabama, you can see the changes being made, but not in all the charts. This particular chart is not being changed. This is because when we created this sheet, this slicer in the first place, in the calculation sheet, what we did, we just click on the teenagers or customer category table and created the slicer. What that did, that created the slicer based on this particular chart only. So the first chart we created, which was the product category chart, was left alone. So what we need to do, we need to connect the slicer with all the pivot tables present in the sheet. So I'll click on the slicer, right click, and here you can see an option of report connection. Now you can see the tables here. The first table which we created has not been connected. Just click on this table and OK. Now you can see all the tables has been connected to this particular chart. Now what we are left with this timeline. So let me create this timeline. I can go to insert. Here I can see the option of slicer and timeline. So similarly, I can make this from here also. So what I can do, just click on any table and enable the pivot table list. Here I have here. So I'll just click on the years and add as a slicer. So this is my slicer. So I'll just move the slicer to the dashboard. So how many years do I have? 15, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 years. So I can change the column number to 7. Also, I can change the color of this slicer. I have more options here. Now I need to create a timeline. Now to create the timeline, I'll again go to the calculation sheet. And here from this pivot table, I'll click on date, right click and select as timeline. Now I'll move this timeline to the dashboard. I just copy and pasted it here and we can adjust it here. Yeah. So now this is in the terms of months. So you can change from the filter to quarters. So now we can see all our quarters from year 2015 to 2021 and 22. Yeah. So this is done. Now, if I click on any button, you can see the things are changing, but not all. So what I need to do, I need to connect this to all the pivot tables. So I'll just right click and go to report connection and then select all the tables here. Same for this timeline. I'll go to report connection and check mark all the tables here. Now, if I make any change, you can see the data is changing and the bar and all the graphs are changing as well. Also for any particular state, you can see the changes being made. So this is how you can link all the charts and tables in a pivot table. Now, our last task is to create this table, which is top products by sales amount. So what I can do, I'll just mention here top products by sales amount. So I'm gonna drag this a little more up, and here I can write top products by sales amount. Now I can insert some shapes here. So go to insert. Under shapes, you can find some shapes. So let me take this one. Just click on control button and drag it down. So you would be able to copy paste it. So I'll select all 5, go to shape format, align, and I'll align center. Again, control and drag down to the right. So in this way, you can copy and paste without much worry. Also, let me add some circles. Again, I'll align to the center. And a little bit of formatting. Yeah, so this is done. Now what we need to do, we need to align the top selling products here. So what we actually need to do first, we need to create a pivot table which contains the product by sales amount. So what I can do, I'll just copy this table and paste it here. Now I have the sum of sales. Instead of customer age category, what I want is subcategory. So this is my pivot table for products. Now the amounts are random amounts, or I can say the table has been sorted alphabetically. What I need to do, I'll just right click on any number, go to sort and sort largest to smallest, so that I have top selling product at the top and lowest selling product at the bottom. Now this is my pivot table which I need to connect to that shape. Now what I need to do, just click on this shape, go to formula bar, and we need to link that particular cell here. So what I'll need to do, equal to, go to calculation sheet and enter the cell reference manually, W6. Now if you click on this cell, you will see that the get pivot data formula has been enabled here. So we do not want any get pivot data here. What we will need to do, just click here, equal to, go to calculation sheet and manually write the reference, which is W6, and press OK. So this is for the amount which actually needs to be here. So equal to W6 and enter. Now I'll just copy this formula and paste here. And instead of W6, now I'll make W7 here. Then I'll make W8, and similarly I'll go on with W9 here, and here with the W10. Similarly, this was in the W column and my names were in the V column. So what I can do, I can change this W to V. I'll again paste the formula with V7, here with V8, then V9, and here with V10. Just make a little bit of formatting here. So I'll change the text to white color, bold, and align to middle and center, left. Now we have our dashboard ready, except one thing, the number formatting in this table. So to format this, we'll go to calculation sheet, and here just right click and select number format. Now I want these numbers to be in millions. So under custom, I can route custom formatting here, which is 0.0. comma, space, double quotes, MN, double quotes close, and press OK. So this is the formatting which I want. So if I go to dashboard, I can see the numbers being changed here as well. So my dashboard is ready. Now you can see if I want to see the data for 2016, click on 16 and you will see the changes. For 21, this is my data. For a particular state, I want to look. I'll just click on the state I can see. Now, if I want to remove the filters, I can just click on the cross here. So this would remove all the filters. If I want to see the data for a particular quarter, I can just click on that quarter. If I want to see for more than one quarter, what I can do, I can just control the shift. I can just press the shift and drag to the quarter which I want. So this would give me the data from quarter 2 of 2062 to quarter 2 of 2017. So in this way, you can analyze your data in whatever way you format. So hope you like this video. Please do subscribe to our channel and press on notification button for more such videos. Thank you.